Hello, 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 and welcome back to Conversations with JR. This is the summertime, and we are in the midst of a heat wave. So I know that you've heard this over and over and over again. Please be safe, hydrate, and stay indoors if you can. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for the weather to cool down, you can listen to Conversations with JR. I have an exciting, very exciting topic to bring to you today. I love it when I hear from my viewers, and today I got a topic from one of my male viewers, and he asked me to speak about the transitional period in between relationships. And most people don't think about taking time away or taking time off, so to say, or the transitional periods between relationships. So I have a question to ask you. What do you do between relationships? How do you spend that time between transitioning from one relationship to the other? I call this a period of reflection. Now, some people make it a real, I say real job of it. Like when you're going out searching for jobs, you put resumes out there, and it's a real hunt, and it's a real task, it's a real duty to look for a new job. Well, some people treat relationships like that, and when they leave one relationship, they make it their duty. They make it a project into going out there and putting themselves out there to look for another relationship without giving themselves what we call the transitional period, or I would like to call a period of reflection. You have people who they jump from relationship to relationship without even thinking about what happened in the last one, what worked, what didn't work in the last relationship, and work on self before they go into another relationship. One thing I would like to say about the transitional period between one relationship to another relationship, that should not be a period of time where you spend sad, depressed, in anger and seeking revenge out on your partner, because that is just a waste of time. What can be gained by that? Ending a relationship, a partnership, a marriage, a living together arrangement, I know that it can be very painful, and it's very difficult emotionally, and especially if children are involved. But I just want to back up 1 minute to talk about the period of knowing when the relationship is coming to an end, and that process can also take time. Did you know that there are stages that you go through before ending a relationship and before getting into that transitional period? No, people don't understand that you see this relationship coming to an end, and no one is prepared for it. So stage number one is the denial that the relationship is ending, that your partner wants to dissolve this relationship. Number two is the bargaining stage. You're going to be better. You're going to do better. What can I do to fix this? Let's go to counseling. And maybe at that point it is too late. Stage number three, where there's a relapse. A relapse means that you go back into the relationship and you continue back into the old ways. Stage number four, this is the anger. Like, okay, this is the anger stage now. It's like, okay, I know that this relationship is dysfunctional. It has to end, but I'm angry that I have put all my time, my energy, my money, my emotions into this, and now that is ending. Stage number five. This is like the initial stage of acceptance. Okay, I have to accept that this is going to end. And stage number six is redirecting. When we say redirecting, it's like, okay, the relationship has ended, and now what you're trying to do is reach back out to your ex to reconnect, to see if you really want the ending to be the end. It's a shame that we now live in a society where people are in a hurry and in a rush to get over one relationship before they start another one. that myth about the best way for you to forget about a person that you just ended a relationship with is to start a new one or to be interested in another person. That's bad advice. That's a fallacy because it's called a transitional period for a reason. Ayala Van Zandt calls it in the meantime. You know that the relationship has ended, but what do you do in the meantime? I call it a period of reflection. And when you don't take advantage of this period of reflection, you don't learn, you don't grow, and you don't mature emotionally. The time period of reflection and transition. This is a period that you should get to know you and question your purpose of why you want to go into another relationship. I'm not trying to discourage anybody not for wanting to be in a relationship, but the purpose of why are you seeking to go into another relationship? You've just ended one. The time of reflection is a time of reflecting about the relationship. The good, the bad, the ugly, what worked, what didn't work, everything. And you're going to go through periods of anger. You're going to go through periods of, feeling good about the memories that you created with that person. But before you move on to another one, do you understand that moving from relationship to relationship without that period, that downtime, without that cooling off period, without that period of reflection, only causes you to do this? You go into the relationship or relationships time and time again with all the baggage, the anger, the resentment, the dysfunctional behaviors that you left the previous relationship. You continuously to give yourself over physically to someone time and time again, and then you're receiving back all of their dysfunctional behavior or their bitterness or their anger from different relationships. You have not given yourself time to cut the soul ties. You have bonded with that person. Regardless to whether the relationship was successful or not, there was some type of emotional bonding that you did with that person, and you don't give yourself time to cut those soul ties, and it takes time. Why are you in a hurry? Why are you not addressing the brokenness? The time period, the emotional healing that you need. Sometimes people need emotional healing. They need financial healing. Sometimes people need this transitional period to revamp your whole life, overhaul your whole life before you jump out there and want to be in another relationship. What is the purpose of you wanting to be in another relationship? You have some people who don't want to be alone. I understand that. You have some people that just feel like they need to be in a relationship. They just need to be with that person. You have people who don't like sleeping alone. I love sleeping alone. You have people who do not like going home alone, who do not like eating alone. I understand all of that. Trust me, JR does. But before you jump into one relationship to another, you have some people who are in relationships, and before they end that relationship, they start a new one. Before that relationship ends, and then that relationship ends angry and in bitterness, and you're in a new relationship, and you're carrying all of that drama into the new relationship. I have some notes here. And again, transitional period should not be used for, I know you're going to cry it out. There's days that you're going to feel sad. There's days that you're going to feel angry. Go through all of that. But it should not be a time period where you're spending all of your time listening to sad music and venting to girlfriends and reliving all these memories. purge yourself. Take some time to purge yourself. There's no need to seek revenge. There's no need to want to blow up the car. There's no need to want to go and call his phone and tell him off or tell her off. The relationship has ended. Now it is time for transition. Now it is time for reflection. This period of reflection should be a period of discovery and rediscovery about you. Let me tell you this. A few weeks ago, I posted a video and I went live also on Facebook. 1 year ago, I celebrated a couple of weeks ago, 1 year ago, I was engaged, celebrating an engagement, planning a wedding, doing a lot of things. But I walked away from a relationship that I knew that did not value me and value who I am. So I celebrated 1 year of discovery, renewal, with self-reflection. Transition period. Am I transitioning myself and preparing myself for another relationship? No. I have no interest right now in being in another relationship. But this is my path. You want to know why? This 1 year that I spent not dating, not seeking anyone out, being alone, being with me, dealing with my feelings, dealing with my emotions, I discovered a lot of things about me. I am spending time with me, understanding me, and I asked myself that all-important question that I just asked you. What is my purpose of wanting to be in a relationship? What is my purpose of wanting to be in a relationship? And you want to know something? I didn't even have an answer. I was just following trends, being in a relationship after relationship after relationship because that's what I thought I needed. I thought I needed to be in a partnership, a part of something. You know what I discovered in this year of reflection and transition? That I don't necessarily need a relationship to make me happy. I have been creating my own happiness. I've started traveling. I'm pushing my brand conversations with JR. I'm exploring writing new books, which is another new book of mine is going to come out soon. I have created a whole new website on Squarespace that is coming out. And what I've discovered is that I have been relying on relationships to create that atmosphere of happiness in my life. And what I've discovered is that separate from a relationship, I can create the happiness that I seek in my own life. I've been traveling alone. I'm preparing to take a cruise in 2020 with a group of girlfriends. And we're not taking this cruise to male bash and talk about men. We are taking this cruise to celebrate life and to be happy. I've learned a lot of things about myself in this time period of leaving that relationship, in this time period of transition. I have created an atmosphere in my home of peace and calmness and tranquility that is allowing me to be able to think clearer. I am building myself up emotionally. I am maturing emotionally. I am working on my finances. I am doing a lot of things for self. And I know a lot of people might watch this and say, well, that's all good for you, JR, but I want to be in a relationship. Ask yourself, if relationship number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many didn't work? Ask yourself, is it time for me to step back and spend some time in a period of reflection and discovery of who I am and who I can be, separate from a relationship? And I advise everybody, I'm not being paid to say this, please go out and read Michelle Obama's book, Becoming Michelle Obama. You're going to be surprised about the stuff that you learn. But in the meantime, I want you to be able to build yourself up emotionally. Know what you are capable of separate of a relationship. Please don't look for happiness just to be in the relationship. I am comfortable with who I am now and what I'm doing, and who I am becoming separate of a relationship. A time of reflection is a good thing. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Don't look at it as, oh, I'm going to be alone. Oh, I'm not going to have anybody in my life. You have you. You have you. You are the best person right now to develop a relationship with. You are the best person. Stop fighting up against listening to other people. Get with you. Stop listening to the negative chatter. Oh, you still alone. Oh, you not in a relationship. Oh, you not married. What's wrong with you? What happened in the last relationship? Stop talking about it over and over and over and over. Get with you. That's what I'm advising. Because the only thing that you're doing is, if you don't work it out with you, if you don't work out the baggage, if you don't work out the anger, the bitterness, if you don't work it out and stop being angry at all the exes, stop reliving these relationships and start sitting down and being in a period of reflection. Get a journal. Write in a journal. Write out all your own feelings about being in a relationship and your expectations of self first, about your own standards. I'm telling you, this is going to be a very good thing for you. I have a little more notes. I just want to make sure that I am, just telling you everything. I am suggesting that you think deeply about what ended the relationship. How did the relationship end? Not pointing blame. Don't go around being a victim and pointing blame. I am asking you to think about a period of transition, a cooling off period, 6 months to a year. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. No dating. No intimacy. 6 months to a year. Take all that time and that energy and focus it on you, your finances, where you are in life. Are you really where you want to be in life? Think about that. Think about, are you doing in your life the things that you want to be doing? Or are you sitting around waiting for a relationship to complete you? This is Conversations with JR, and I'm telling you something right now. You are complete, a whole human being, 100% as you are. As you are. But I want you to understand that going from one relationship to another relationship without a transitional period, without taking a pause, without a period of reflection, is only going to wind up you in a cycle, doing the same things over and over and over again. I love having these discussions with you. I want to hear from you. Tell me, where are you at in your relationship? Are you in a transitional period? Are you in a reflection period? Let me hear from you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am on Facebook. Leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. If you want to know more about this transitional phrase, I will be able to meet with you and sit with you and talk to you about this. I am here for you. I am all for the betterment, the empowerment of men and women to be better first for self and then for your relationships. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you are sitting down and having good conversation.